What is up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV. I already saw some of Nell's video when she went live to talk about Martell and his messy ass. And I want to play some of the video. I'm just going to share my screen with you guys so we can watch the video and then we can, just share our thoughts on it because I'm just going to be honest. I know that a lot of people feel like, oh, Nell, she knew exactly what she was doing. And she low key is Martell's forever side piece's friend. And she and her husband, they're probably meeting up with Martell and this chick at Applebee's for double dates and stuff like that. Let's just go ahead and get into this video that she. All right, so let's play this video.
Okay, so I went to the Polo Classic for the very first time with my hubby, who actually was a model, one of Miguel's models. He was asked to come and be a model, and I was supporting my husband, and we had a great time at this Polo Classic. Apparently, Martell shows up at the Classic. Everybody knows Martell goes to the Polo Classic. Woo, woo, woo. But apparently Martell shows up at the Polo Classic with his baby mama, who I do not know. I know nothing about this lady. When I said nothing, I mean shit. I cannot tell you nothing about this lady. I do not even know what she looked like.
Now, that part is like, okay, Nell, I know you're trying to explain yourself, but let's be clear. Even people who do not watch this show knows what she looks like because there are I don't know how many views the interview on Tasha K's channel has at this present day. There's a whole lot of people, I'll just put it like that, who don't watch the show and never has watched the show, but they can tell you what this chick looks like. So for her to say that, I was like, come on, girl, don't go there.
Until I met her that day and I shook her hand. I shook her hand out of being the person that I am because I was caught off guard. I was very much caught off guard. I was laughing and already having a conversation with someone else. When Martell comes and says, hey, Nell, and I turn around and speak to Martell, while I'm speaking to Martell, he's in the company of his baby's mother.
Now, I do believe that. And here's why. And it's not even about here's why, but I do believe that she was there with her husband. She was conversing with other people that were there. And in the midst of it, she was caught off guard. And just her being somebody that's, it's not even about her age. So I don't even want to go there. But just being honest, being a woman of a certain age and just trying to be polite and not, be in this person's face outright. If they didn't say anything nasty, then I'm not going to be cold and, cold-blooded to this person at the same time. I do believe that she was caught off guard because look at this. Look at it. I believe she was just already in the presence and conversation with other people at the time, and they walked up on her, and it was just like, oh, yeah, hey, how you doing? But then look at this nigga right here with his head turned in the opposite direction. And who took this picture and why was it released? He knew exactly what he was doing when he had this done. So let's just go ahead and continue.
And he says, oh, hey, Nell, wait, Studi, you have never met Arion. Arion this, Nell this, Arion. So that's why you guys sing the handshake. It was a innocent handshake That does not make me friends with no side chick. That does not make me having no whole kumbaya with her. That does not mean I'm hanging out with her. You damn right I was grinning. I was grinning before I was introduced to her. And if you look at the picture, Martell's childish, ignorant ass turned away from the camera or the picture that was taken by his messy ass PR that he introduced me to, who tried to get me to take a picture with Ariane, and I clearly said to her ass, "You must not know who I am." And she said back to me, "Oh, I know who you are." And I said, "Well, if you know who I am, then you know I'm not finna take no picture with her." So yeah, Martell can come on here and say that shit. Ariane can come on here and clarify that shit. And his messy ass PR, whoever the hell she is, who I tried to be nice and cordial to, she know what the hell happened. While she trying to make her damn TMZ moment. Okay, you got your fucking moment. You got exactly what everybody wanted you to damn get, your damn moment. So are you happy now? Because now it looks like me and Nell are not friends. Yeah, she did. She tried to set me up, and that's what the fuck she did. She set me up. Kudos to her.
And that's exactly what happened. And that's the only reason why I even want to talk about this. Because listen, I don't know why people choose to get involved in Melody's friendships and who is really a friend and whoever or whatnot. And I get it. People, they do commentary, they do content, and and they look for things to have content about where it surrounds this show. And also, in my personal opinion, I do feel that sometimes the producing on the side of Carlos's messy self and Martell, who unfortunately does have an EP credit undeservedly, this show has garnered so much of the views that it has because of the mess that goes on online. And I will say that a lot of that started with regards to just Melody in the beginning sharing her real true feelings in real life about what was going on between her and her husband, and just letting people know, I'm just not in this anymore and I'm out, and God said go. And she is a person who is very like social happy. She likes to do online stuff and whatever, and that is her comfort zone. So she was comfortable letting people know what was going on and whatever, and that gained a lot of her followers and a lot more people watching the show. So I do feel that other people tried to follow suit. And we already know that Martell is just somebody who likes to try to follow in her footsteps because he cannot benefit from the steps that she's making anymore because they are no longer in a marriage. Okay. So he's tried to emulate a lot of the stuff that she has done, but also he has tried to hurt her in a lot of ways by putting things out there that are not even real so that people can look at her in a different light. And that is what he was trying to do in this situation by making it look like, oh, yeah, you know what, Melody, you think Nell is really a friend, but check this out. And that's exactly why that was set up. All right. And the messy PR, I'm like, who is his PR? Because how does he even have money to pay somebody to do any public relations? Because his reputation is garbage, it's trash. So it'd have to be somebody that knows him or someone that's volunteering. So I do believe her. And that's one of the reasons why I don't feel that she did this to try to prove her friendship to Melody, because I do believe what she said later on in this video, where she says something along the lines of she's like an aunt to Melody, and she will say things to Melody that Melody may not like, and vice versa, but they have that type of relationship. And I don't believe that any person online, any person who labels themselves a millimeter or whatever, can try to screw that up. Yeah, I didn't agree with some of the things that Nell said either, but I would never try to come in between these people's friendship, because I do believe that they are genuinely really friends. And Nell is in between a rock and a hard place where a lot of people find themselves who have been in a marriage with someone and they were friends with a married couple. And when that married couple breaks up, you have now, okay, are we going to be friends with the husband or are we going to be friends with the wife? Or friends with the ex-husband or friends with the ex-wife? Or do we stay friendly with both of them? Are we able to still be cordial in the midst of each other or not? Like that stuff really is complicated. So I would never sit here and say that Nell is wrong in everything that she does, because I do believe that that is a very sensitive space, but also because Nell knows the type of a-hole that Martell is, and she's had that proven to her before. This is not her first time. She's just got to be a bit, oh, not bit, a whole lot more careful with the steps that she makes around this jackass, because this is the type of stuff that he does. I truly believe her when she says that she was set up, and that's why she is speaking with so much passion in the situation. It's not to prove to Melody that she is this person's that she is really her friend and she was set up, because Melody knows how that person is. She was married to him for how many years? She has 4 children with him. She knows the type of stuff that he does. She's dealt with it and still is dealing with it on a larger scale than having a photo op moment set up where she's made to look a certain type of way. No, he's out here. He was trying to make it seem like she was abusive to him in their marriage when we know that he was gaslighting and doing stuff, and then hitting the record button on the phone to try to make her look psycho and crazy when he was the one and is the one that has always been that way. That's just like one example. We know there's been a whole lot more. So I understand where she's coming from. I truly do believe that he set her up in that situation.
Bravo to her. That's exactly what she did. And Martell, I'm mad as hell at your ass again, because apparently you knew how this shit was going to unfold. You knew this shit was wrong. You knew before you came over there and spoke to me how this shit was going to go down. You are too damn grown for this childish ass shit. I don't have time for it. This is bullshit. Grow up. Grow up, really? Just to get a picture of me and Arion and make it look like we're friends? I know nothing about that young lady. I don't know a damn thing about her.
And here's the thing too. And look at his, oh, I can't stand him. I really cannot stand this dude. Think about it. That's the only reason why he brought this chick to that event. He had that planned all along. What has he really done to legitimize her? Like, seriously. He called her a peasant after he got her pregnant for the how many umpteenth time, because I don't know how many times he had gotten her pregnant. So bringing her to this Polo Classic event that Nell said that he goes to all of the time, and then all of a sudden he's bringing her to this event. He's all of a sudden got PR and taking pictures, and then they capture this moment and then they share it online. And he's standing right there, but he's looking in the opposite direction. He knew what time it was, and he knew that's why he brought the scallywag to this event with his tight ass suit on. He did that on purpose, and I understand why she is mad. And her saying she's mad at him once again, she gonna always be mad at him, because this trash bag still has not gotten that psych evaluation that the court ordered, and he's not going to grow up. He really is seriously demented. He seriously is demented. He needs to be on some meds to try to regulate and be in consistent therapy. But because of the ego and the pride that he has, he will never admit to anything wrong, even if he did undergo the psych eval and he was clinically diagnosed as being a narcissistic psychopath, a malignant narcissistic psychopath. He would still say, that ain't right, that ain't true, I don't agree with that, I don't believe it. And that's why when people are in relationships with narcissists and they try to go through therapy, and the therapist, psychiatrist, whoever it is, lets the other party know that, yeah, you're married to a narcissist, or, this person has a disorder of that type of capacity, it's hard for them to really help them, because a lot of times they refuse to get the help.
I can't tell you nothing about her. period. But this has gone too far. It's blown out of proportion. Yeah, he did it. Yes, he did it. And I was wondering, like, okay, what are they talking about? Somebody tell me what's going on. And my husband went and found the picture and sent it to me. And I'm like, this is crazy.
She was about to say this nigga. But she took the word. She might as well have said it because she said almost everything else, and that's exactly what he is. But I'm not even going to play any more of the video. I'll just put the full video link in the description box for you guys who haven't seen the entirety of it. But I 100% believe her. He set her up for the okie doke. She didn't fall for anything because you can see she was caught off guard. This wasn't like they were hanging out, because trust and believe, if there was a hangout sort of situation or she was being cordial, friendly with her, why would they release that picture over a picture where they would have had with her posing, cheesing with the chick? Because trust and believe, there would have been an image like that if she was just like, oh yeah, she's cool, let's get to know each other, let's no. It was booyah, catch her off guard. She just shook her hand to greet her. And some people say, she wasn't even owed that. And I can understand people's feelings with that too, but not everybody feels the same way, because some people feel respect is due a dog. And Nell is in that, I would say, in that generation where they would, even if they know this person is a horrible person, they would still greet them if they saw them in person. My mom is like that. I don't necessarily agree with her with everything, because there's some people it's like, even with my sibling, I don't have a relationship with that person and I never will. We have the same mom and dad. And I have to tell my mom, look, don't try to make fetch happen, because it's not going to. This person is a terrible person and I want absolutely nothing to do with them. But my mom, she feels differently and feels that, oh, you should be. I'm like, hell no. No, I'm not. So I'm just saying that to say I understand people's feelings, but I 100% believe that she was set up. That's Martell's messy ass. And if if she was there and she was being friendly with the chick and getting to know her and whatnot, trust and believe that would not be the picture that would have been released. They would have had a picture of those two standing next to each other, posing, saying cheese for the camera. And that did not happen. So I definitely believe now. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.